All right, team, what's going on? I'm Tim Jenkins, and welcome to All Things QB, where I watch every single clip and break down the most important ones. Today, we've got Bo Nix, Week 5 against the Las Vegas Raiders, and a big win for this Denver Broncos team. So without further ado, let's jump into the film. All right, team, we are jumping into this thing. First one we've got a little opener, little 1st and 10 drive starter for this Broncos offense. Nice little one skip from Bo. Let's talk through the concept here. Tight end. He's on a little stick route. We've got our slot on a takeoff. We're trying to run this guy vertical. Boom. Okay. Every once in a while, you get these corners to midpoint stuff like this, meaning he's going to kind of like midpoint the area between this guy and this guy, thinking verts are coming, right? Bo does a great job playing with a little one skip. That's his footwork here. You're going to see him take a one and then almost a hop back, right? We call that a one skip drop. Little one skip, plays on time outside. Get yourself 6 yards. I know there's people that are going to circle this guy thinking, wait, he had a touchdown. It's like, no, he didn't, right? Ball's out of his hand already, and that's why the defense is condensing. Okay, if he would have held on to that thing, they would have gotten underneath it. Not what you want. First and 10 out of the gate, we're just thinking, hey, let's get our offense's feet moving forward. Let's do a good job getting the ball out of our hand. I love the feet. One skip shot. Love that. Big fan. Good drive starter. Yep, everything you love to see. Everything you love to see. Okay, now we're going to talk through a bad here, and this is it's 3rd and 1. We call QB sneak. And I feel like we talked about this on the last video, literally the last video. And I said, I feel like we'll be talking about this again when it costs the Broncos. We keep doing this thing where we take it and then it's like we're getting so horizontal with it. You know, and granted, we don't do a good job here moving this nose, right? We miss him. He swims us. But I just don't think, as a quarterback, we need to be thinking straight ahead, in my opinion. You know, they're coaching him to I don't know if they're coaching him to do it or allowing him to do it, but they're getting him real horizontal, which I think it's tough then for him to generate the power and or not slip. Plus you start getting guys into the play that probably aren't really expecting it from our blocking standpoint. I just feel like this needs to be right here. Right here, right now. Trust our guys to move them. Yeah. And then we're short, right? Now, listen. The Broncos make up for it because the Broncos then run the ball and they convert it. With that being said, I still think it's something we need to correct. Here we got a little shot check down. Okay, this is a bad just because we miss it, right? This is just okay, but I thought it was kind of important to touch on one of these at least because I do think at times, you know, it's hard when you're watching the TV copy, right? You can't really tell what's going on. Hey, are these guys open and we're just not throwing it? Okay, they're just trying to... Just got a simple top-down probably read here. We'll freeze it at the top. If Bo Nix isn't pressured, right? You feel like maybe here. But listen, we've got a free runner and our guy doesn't have anybody on him. If we just put this ball on him, this is a huge play. I also think Javonte kind of... You feel him settle just a little bit. Just that settle. ever so slight, that little settle. It's like Bo's throwing him as if he's running. He settles a little bit. It's kind of a recipe for that ball to be out in front a little bit. Let's see if this ball should have been caught. So I don't necessarily think, hey, Bo wasn't hunting with the football, right? I think Bo did a good job here. Get into his check. I mean, it's definitely a little out in front. We definitely want to put this on his chin. But man, I think there's some space too if that one hits. That one hits, I think there's some space. This one I just wanted to talk through because I wanted to highlight. I thought this was a pretty darn good call by Sean. So what you actually do on this play is it's jet sweep, right? We leave this D end unblocked, okay? So we're going to climb up here. This guy we think we're going to beat because we think he's going to set his feet inside. He doesn't. He plays it pretty well, but I think Mims does a great job here. But look, so you wide depart him, then you get 2-on-2. That's, love the creativity in the run game there. A lot of teams have been doing that play. Really like the creativity in the run game. 44 does a good job. You can see, you guys can watch 44. Normally DNs kind of pinch down here because they think they're getting left because they're running, zone this way and they need to condense. But he does a good job playing this thing. He does a good job playing this thing, and that's just a good play by our receiver. You also got to think, anytime you get your guys one-on-one in the NFL, you hope they can win. You hope they can win on it. This one you got to love, man. This one you got to love. We'll let this thing roll for you guys, and then we'll talk through it, but kind of the first big play for this Broncos offense in the pass game. You're going to see this inside easiest release on the post. You'll see this on the sail. Okay, Bo obviously escapes to his right. Boom. Great job. This guy is so key in this. Watch him. Boom. Bat Crosby, right? Chips Crosby, and then he gets it in the flat. That flat control pulls him up, right? And then after you pull him up, it's hard for him to retreat and get back under that ball. Getting your guys out, getting those chip guys out or your backs out, whoever's, in that, what we kind of call flat control, where it's like, hey, he gets to the flat to help condense some of these defenders. The flat control is so important. It is so important to get these guys out. Yeah. That's what makes the whole play go, right? The whole play, you need those guys. You need those flat control guys. Now, listen, if they stay in there, right, because they're bringing pressure and it's man coverage, that's one thing. But when you get them out in the flat and you get them out in the concept, when they're playing coverage like this, you're going to entice some of these defenders to come up and cover them. And then when they do that, boom, we're going to be able to hit our sail routes. We're going to be able to hit our digs, all that kind of stuff behind them, the curls, all that sorts of good, all that sorts of good stuff, sort of good stuff. Let me play this one from the beginning. You guys watch it. This one's bad because the penalty, well, I guess we get two of them, but the guy being downfield is on Bo because this is an RPO. So the reason you know it's an RPO, okay, so there's two different thoughts, right? If it's true play action, you'll see these guys engage and stay at the first level, meaning they'll stay with lineman depth, okay? If it's a true RPO, meaning, hey, we're running the ball or we're throwing it, you'll see these guys climb up to linebacker depth because the idea is that the ball is out of our hand before we get there. You see us chasing, right? You see us chasing. 60, boom, climbs and chases. These guys then try to get back, but it's like they can't do that, right? These guys can't. That's so hard to ask somebody, hey, go play full speed in the run game. And then if our quarterback decides that he's going to hold the ball too long, try to get back to make sure he, we help him. Like, that's not what it is. It's the quarterback's job to make sure we don't do that. So what's supposed to be going on? Bo's supposed to be reading this thing, and really he pulled it. He should have pulled it. And we bang this right now. The ball has to go out to our flat right now. If the ball goes out to our flat right now on time like it's supposed to, we're good to go. Instead, he holds onto the football. At this point that he's held onto the football, he has to run this thing. So you either run out of bounds and you take like a 2-yard loss, or you get vertical. Those are our choices. What we can't do is that at the end, because by throwing it away, right? If we just run out of bounds right here, we lose 2 yards. When we throw it away, we're going to lose, whatever the penalty is, right? We can't do it. That's the kind of play that we just can't have. Those are the ones that we've got to know better, because you got to know our guys are going to climb up. Our guys are going to climb to the second level. Ball has to be out right now. Ball's out right now to the flat. Instead, we hold on to it. That's what we can't do. That's the one we can't do. Yeah. But those are the ones you learn from. Those are the ones you learn from, you get better from. Okay? Here we got a little Javante hurdle. Gotta love that, man. Oh, man, little up and over. Sets up a field goal. I really do like the concept, too. What they're trying to do is say, like, hey, can we sneak one, right? Can we sneak one past you with this little switch release downfield? If not, we have trips, meaning I got 3 receivers over here, 1 here, and I'm going to bring a 4th to this side. I'm going to move my quarterback off the spot and away from Crosby. Give it to that back, and then I'm going to let the back go try to get us some yardage for a better field goal. And it works. And it works. I like this. I like how they set this up, too, where it's kind of like a straight protection for a second. Like you can see Bo's trying to just buy a split second of straight back and then, okay, get out of there. It's kind of like the old school half roll after a drop. Look at this. Whoop. I mean, granted, he gets punished, but you got to love a guy competing for 3 more yards for your kicker. That's big time. That is big time. This we got a little half. Can you always predict that, hey, we've got pressure coming? No. But setting it up off of the play action look, right? Making it look like play action, like we're going to try to take a shot downfield, right? We're going to try to, hit something downfield. And you get this pressure look here. 18 doesn't, 18 drops. But you get this pressure look here from these two. It's really good stuff. Look at it from the tight. I love that they bring the slicer across too. This guy slicing across, right? Makes it look even more like run game. And then, it's not run game. Makes it look even more like run action, right? Oh, they're trying to take a shot. Oh, never mind. Dump it off. Great job from the big boys. This is the difference in the National Football League. It's like this sort of hustle from the D lineman making that play. That's the difference in the NFL between everything else. To have that kind of speed at that size. That's crazy. Great design, though, by Sean Payton. Great design by the Broncos. Great execution in the screen game. You got to love it. This one, okay. So this one we're going to talk through because this little shot play, and I can't tell you that I love the design of it because I don't know why we're letting our shallow cross settle. So what we've got here is we've got Sutton on this, let's call it an ultra high, right? Where he's here and getting super vertical. Then we're bringing our deep over to it. And then our shallow, right? And to me, it's like, so most shallow crosses have a choice where you keep running if it's man-to-man. Okay, if it's man-to-man, you keep running. And if it's zone, you sit down. So if we install it with that, right? We install it with, hey, if it's zone, sit down. He's technically doing the right thing. My argument, though, is I think on this play we have a shot at this deep over, and I'm wondering why. So we have this deep over running here. We have no flat control. This guy's going to get underneath this. To me, it's like if our shallow were to keep running, he's now got to choose between these two. I think he probably chooses the shallow if he's running full speed at him, and then we can slip this deep over behind. So this is one of those where it's one of those shot plays. I just disagree with the design of it. And I get people saying, okay, hey, can Bo fit this in right now before the corner? Yeah. That's just kind of like prime time robbery because you don't have anyone helping keep that defender down, right? Keep that defender down in the flat. We don't have that. And when you don't have that, you're just kind of asking for an NFL corner to make a good play, which is, hey, I don't have anyone I don't have any eye candy in front of me. Why wouldn't I get underneath this thing, right? That's what like an NFL corner's thinking. He's not just going to be out there like covering space, on NCAA football or Madden, right? He's going to go find work, right? He wants to go make a play. He wants his incentives. So Bo gets to the check down here, which I don't disagree, right? I don't disagree with that decision because it's like, hey, I got that corner out there might get under this thing. I just think we could design it to not have that problem. All right, this one got a big ol' I don't know. And is Sutton supposed to be on a curl or an in? Because Bo throws it like an in. So is he supposed to be on this one or this one? Because Bo throws it like an in route and Sutton runs this like a curl route because you can see at the top how hard he's breaking down and he's working back to the quarterback. Bo throws it on an in route. Sutton's running it like a curl. I can't for the life of me figure out who's doing the right thing, who's doing the wrong thing. Yeah. That's just, I feel like we got to be fighting right back down. Right back down the stem is what we got to have here. I think my bet is always usually with the guy who's played in the NFL as long as Sutton has. It's probably a curl route here. Probably run an ocean. Right? Ocean, double curls. And front side, they got that. This is a hard one because, actually front side, they've got the sail with the takeoff. Usually you pair that with the backside in. I don't know. That would be an interesting one to get to the bottom of if you had media access to ask who was wrong. Was that supposed to be a curl or was that supposed to be an in? Or was Sutton just really slow? Because I guess that's another option right now. Another option right now that I guess potentially could be the problem. All right, team, it is halftime. We are 10 clips into this thing. We've got 9 more clips to go. But if you've enjoyed this video so far, please do me a favor and like this video and please subscribe to the channel. And as always, let's FTA this thing, which means comment for the algorithm. And then you football junkies like me, jump over to our Patreon account. It is a really super affordable way to support the channel. It fuels the growth of this channel. We've got more clips and longer breakdowns over there. I think you guys will enjoy it, so please check it out. The link is in the description of this video. That's everything I've got for halftime, so you guys know the deal. Let's jump back into the film. This one you gotta love because this one is end of half, sets up a field goal. We'll let this bad boy run. You gotta love this one. And then here's the same play, and it's against man coverage. So you get the shallow runner, right? So it's the same exact play. We just saw the play, team. We just saw it, right? We've got this. We've got one of these two guys right here, I'm thinking, on the shallow. Go right here on the deep over. So now because it's man coverage, he stays on the move. We've got one robber, meaning, hey, they're playing cover one here. He's going to be the robber. He's just reading the quarterback's eyes. He also is there to spy Bo Nix, right? Just in case Bo takes off, which he does, which is why then he breaks this way. Is because he's thinking, okay, I got to go make a tackle. Because if this kid scrambles against man coverage, we're in trouble. That's just a great job by Bo. That's a really good job. This tight is going to be awesome. You see Bo here. I want you guys to watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Climbs against the pressure. Rips it across his body. Great football. Climbs, rips it. Great catch. And then that sets him up, right? That sets him up for 3 points. Sets him up for 3 right there. Love it. This one you've got to enjoy because it's just like a little wide receiver screen. These are the ones where it's just like, how great is it if you can just flip that thing out there and then generate a big play, right? It's actually a run play called once again. So the run play called with like a look adjustment. So we're actually running the ball this way. Okay, we're actually running here, but if we get numbers here, we're just going to flip this thing out and play what we're hoping is 3-on-2 to where these guys both get blocks and you force this guy to come run all the way out here and make a tackle. It's exactly what happens. Bo does a good job getting the football out there, and then he can't make a play, right? And then, you know, once you get it to your receiver, kind of anything can happen at that point, right? You get into a playmaker's hand. You got a guy running inside out trying to make a play on him. That's incredible. Great effort. Good design. Good read. The whole 9. Everything there. Everything there we enjoy. That's good football. That's really good football. This one, again, I can't tell you how much I love the design of this stuff. To be fair, this is right out of the Miami Dolphins playbook. They're the first people I saw do this a couple years ago. Okay, so we've got our concept, right? So I don't know what he's working out here, but we got a little Hank route here. We've got a back baseline here. And then what happens is we're going to send our back on a check down, and then we're going to have him lead out here. So he's the key to this play because what happens is you get the double release, and usually in zone coverage, stuff gets passed off to where it's like you're really usually blocking, and then you're forcing another inside out tackle, right? Another guy coming inside out. I will say Bo probably had his Hank route if he wanted it, right? Let's kind of get that whole thing out of there. If he did want his Hank route, he probably had it, but flips it out there, and then you go make a play. That is awesome. That is absolutely awesome. Flips it out there. That is great effort. Look at this. Watch the back here. Man, dude. These are the kind of plays that you just, yeah. That's winning football, right? That's winning football. This one, I have no idea. Okay, I just got the end zone view for you. Bo's in the gun. Center snaps it under center. I have no idea how it happened. Normally, it's one of those where it's like, hey, you're yelling, gun, gun, gun. Or you're in the huddle and you're yelling, hey, gun, you know. With that being said, did Bo decide, hey, I'm going to get in the gun here, and then he didn't alert the center? We don't know. What I will tell you is the fact that Bo got on this football, and we have also another free runner here for the football. It's a good job. It's a good job by the young kid. You'd like to maybe see our back get involved, attempting to get that thing, or block somebody, because he sees it too. But we'll let our quarterback do it. Okay, here we go. This is the one that Sean Payton and Bo Nix started yelling at each other about. Why are they yelling at each other? That's the question. And the answer is pretty simple, which is, okay. Concept-wise, we've got deep over with takeoff wheel. Okay? What I'm guessing is that Sean Payton on 3rd and 3 thinks Bo Nix needs to take this right now. Okay? I'm guessing he thinks, hey, on the switch release, you need to peek that inside. Okay, he's not on a deep over. He's on a one-step slant. That's on me. Because I'm guessing he's got it right now. And that's why he then throttles down so much. I think Bo feels like we're getting robbed here. Bo's like, I can't fit that thing in. And I'm going to throw a touchdown. And if we're being honest, it probably needs to get caught. You can see Bo's eyes trying to work it, and then, you know, like I'm guessing he's not in the progression. If you look at paper football, if you look in the playbook, I'm guessing this guy's not in the progression. Those are the ones where it's like, those are the, yeah, those are the ones that it's easy for me to say, like, hey, catch the ball, because I'm just sitting here, not doing anything. But as a receiver at the highest level, we do need to catch that. So Bo and Sean Payton just yelled at each other, right? This is my favorite part about this kid right now. Is Bo and Sean Payton just got into a little tiffy. And then they run quarterback sneak again. And Bo decides, all right, Sean, I'm going to jump up and over and extend this football and put the ball in harm's way. Which I don't know if this is, there's no way we're good with that. Just putting that out there, letting you guys know. Again, not what you're going to want to see from the quarterback sneak game. With that being said, you've got to love the competitive streak from the young quarterback. And I'm especially interested in if part of this was because he's like, all right, Sean, let me go ahead and do this. And then I wonder if that's part of why Sean, after the game, goes, you know, the quarterback's got a little Ferris Bueller's Day Off in him. He's going to do whatever he wants to do. And we got to get that out of him. Which is going to be interesting to see the relationship unfold. I don't think anything too negative. It is exciting, though. You do like competitive people. This is just, I don't want to say simple because it's not. Nothing's ever simple in the National Football League. What I will say is we've got quads, right? We've got man coverage. We've got a robber, or we've got a hole player, and we've got a center fielder. And Bo Nix says, I'm going to work my one-on-one with my X receiver, and I'm going to throw a takeoff, and we're going to complete it. Just a great ball. Great job with his eyes. Watch his eyes go to the right first. And then get back left. It's exactly what you want to see. Gets to the right, works back left. That is just perfect. Perfect football, great placement, unbelievable job by Sutton. I mean, I love this. This is my favorite concept and throw from the day for them. Okay, we got a little flash down the red zone, little flash fake. Okay, little action here. You've got double overs, the machete concept. He probably looks at Sutton get grabbed first, and then he says, okay, I don't have that. I'm going to get over. Boom. Great ball, great catch. Look at it from the tight here. Little action. Look at this ball. That is such a good football. Yeah. That is crazy. That is a great, perfectly executed red zone play. Perfectly executed red zone play. This right here, boom. That's a little streak snapper. That is a streak snapper to your biggest rival in the division, which I just think Sean Payton, Bo Nix both deserve a lot of credit. So to me, I thought this game was super impressive. I thought the calls were good. I thought they were aggressive. I thought the Raiders just played some decent coverage downfield, right? I don't think there were that many guys open on the downfield. I thought Bo did a good job getting to his checkdowns. Obviously, the Broncos defense playing at an all-time level because the field position just consistently in Raiders territory, consistently, hey, we're at our own 30, our own 40. Just Broncos defense playing at a high level. Bo, I think, is coming along. I think you can see a little competitive streak, which to me is a really exciting thing. So I want you guys to comment. Let me know what you thought of Sean Payton's calling, of Bo Nix's game, of the play that they yelled at each other. Let me know what you think of that. And then until next time, peace.